Good morning. More means black, and it's night. So good morning. And some of y'all, good night. Today, 2/2/2/2/4 until spring for me. Then it'd be 2/2/5 officially. 3/3 days. 3/21, whichever. When spring's back. But the birds are mating, flying around, singing their song, shitting everywhere. We're about to break the seal on Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. So we can see how many pages and chapters we're dealing with, and then we'll know how much we're going to read. We're going to do just a small taste today as an intro to what we're going to bring in the next week, spring. So let's see. I know we're in a rabbit hole, so we don't do stuff in bright light. Even though we got the light, that all the light, we're gonna turn that off when we reading. We got a little backdrop for us when we start for Tribe. As we continue to study and know thyself, we'll bring different things to you to help you know yourself too, because all of us is each other and we are our ancestors. And as the truth continues to roll out in its reality of what this really is and where we be, the point of this, I love to read. And I'm going to read this anyway, so I decided to share and read to you all who would like to hear a bedtime story from a different perspective and a different point of view. Because we'll be breaking down words, and I'll break them down how I see it. And then we're going to also look up the dictionary and see what it says, the meaning and the etymology of the word. So you can learn how to do this for yourself. I'm here to give you a different perspective through my perspective. This is a journey, the path that I'm on. It's like my online journal. I'm sharing of me, Moma Bumby, Miss Peachy if you're nasty, Alice on paper. Some say Alice, but Alice has 2 L's. If you listen to the proper pronunciation, just like Alice has 2 L's. And we're going to leave that at that. Now, what does his hat say? In this style, 10/6, 10/6, 10/6. Everything has clues, and Alice don't look too happy. And the rabbit looked like surprise. What did the man have to say? And there's just the cheesing his life away. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Alice, was born in Wonderland, but I am no longer in Wonderland. I'm in Oz, on that yellow brick road. Those who get it, get it. Me and Dorothy been on the trees, doing shrooms and shit, trying to remember who we is and what we are. Tell us when this one was made in 2015. Me started my awakening journal in 2017. So 2015. This is the book is 10 years old. We're gonna say 9 years because we're not at 2025 yet. 9 years. Everything it seems that I does is in 9s. Completion. 35 contents. 2 stories. Okay. Nice illustration by Lewis. She don't look too happy. But he look like he happy or surprised. I like these drawings because it's the truth. Because I just found out what the club, the heart, you see the hearts up there? The diamonds, because this is telling time. And the spade, which is supposed to be a club. Yeah, we're going to break some of that down too. These things, I'm going to have to redo these and take something out. And I knew you didn't supposed to read tarot to people. Because how you going to, the divinity and you not divine. You going to do something, you do your own behind. You don't let nobody else read you. You read you. Can nobody else tell you? Especially if they ain't keeping time. Yeah, hashtag Ch.4, Beaumont, secret energy, innerstanding. Okay. Chapter 1 is down the rabbit hole. Yes, we is. This is the Rabbit Hole radio show. But we spell ours with 28. Chapter 2, you see they didn't use numbers, because numbers, they use Roman numerals. The Pool of Tears. Chapter 3, the Caucasus race and a long tail. Chapter 4, the rabbit sins in a little bill. Chapter 5, advice from a caterpillar. Chapter 6, pig and pepper. Chapter 7, a mad tea party. Chapter 8, the queen's crochet ground. Chapter 9, croquette, Chapter 9, the mock turtle's story. Mock turtle, turtle mocks, turtlenecks. Chapter 10, the lobster's quadrille. Chapter 11, who stole the tarts? And chapter 12, Alice's evidence. Yes, so it's 12 chapters. So since it's 12 chapters, we could do this in a month. So it's 12 chapters. How many pages? 289. It's 289, 12 chapters. Let me see, 12, 2, 9, 2, 4, 4, 9, 12, 5, 4. Okay, so we do like 14 pages. Okay, so we'll read 14, so we're going to do 13. We'll read 13 pages each read that we do. We're going to do 13. Today, 13, 12, 26, 26, 31. Okay, we're going to start off down the rabbit hole. We're going to do 3 pages right now. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank. And some of y'all, if y'all don't know the story, that Alice was a little girl, and the one who wrote the story was an adult male who was fascinated with her. Yeah. And of having nothing to do, once or twice, she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. What is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversations? So she was considering in her own mind as well as she could, for the hot day made her feel very sleepy and stupid. That's in parentheses. Whether the pleasures of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies, when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. There was nothing so very remarkable in that, nor did Alice think it so very much out of the way to hear the rabbit say to itself, oh dear, I should be late. When she thought it over afterwards, it occurred to her that she ought to have wondered at this. But at the time, it all seemed quite natural. But when the rabbit actually took a watch out of its waistcoat pocket, and looked at it and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed, and there he is, across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take out of it. And burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it, and fortunately was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again. The rabbit hole went straight on like a tunnel for some way, and then dipped suddenly down. So suddenly that Alice had not a moment to think about stopping herself before she found herself falling down a very deep well. Either the well was very deep or she fell very slowly, for she had plenty of time as she went down to look about her and to wonder what was going to happen next. First, she tried to look down and make out what was coming to, but it was too dark to see anything. Then she looked at the sides of the well and noticed that they were filled with cupboards and bookshelves here and there. She saw maps and pictures hung upon pegs. She took down a jar from one of the shelves as she passed. It was labeled orange marmalade. Or is that marmalade? But to her great disappointment, it was empty. Did she not look to drop the jar for fear of killing somebody, so managed to put it into one of the cupboards as she fell past it? Well, thought Alice to herself, after such a fall as this, I shall think nothing of tumbling downstairs. How brave they'll all think me at home. Why, I wouldn't say anything about it, even if I fell off the top of the house, which was very likely true. Down, down, down. Will the fall never come to an end? I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time, she said out loud. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That will be 4,000 miles down, I think. For you see, Alice had learnt several things of this sort in her lessons in the schoolroom. And though this was not a very good opportunity for showing off her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her, still, it was good practice to say it over. Yes, that's about the right distance. But then I wondered what latitude or longitude I've gotten to. Alice had no idea what latitude was or longitude either, but thought that they were nice, grand words to say. Presently, she began again. I wonder if I should fall right through the earth. How funny it'll seem to come out among the people that walk with her with their heads downward. The antipathetics. Wait a minute, is the antipathetic? The antipathetes, I think. The antipathetes. I've never heard such. The antipathetes, I think. She was rather glad there was no one listening this time, as it didn't sound at all the right word. I'm saying. But I should have to ask her, When I'm tired, reading make me sleepy. Forgive me. I just worked 7 days in a row. I am very tired, and I just took a nice long magnetism bath. Did I say magnetism? Yeah. Magnesium bath. So I'm feeling very good, and I cleaned up my rooms. Well, now, where was I? But I should have to ask them what the name of the country is, Please, ma'am, is this New Zealand or Australia? Yeah, Australia. Not Australia. Australia. New Zealand or Australia. And she tried to curtsy as she spoke. Fancy cursying as you're falling through the air. Do you think you could manage it? And what a ignorant little girl should think me for asking. No, it never do to ask. Perhaps I should see it written up somewhere. And that's the introduction. We're going to stop right there. We're going to put a bookmark in here. And we're going to start on page 8 as we continue down next week. Thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the introduction to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Good morning.